Hey Rebel Rousers, I'm Alan Voivod, host of Star Wars 7x7. I'm here with Jeremy Meadows. He is the Senior Manager of Marketing Strategy at Nissan USA. How you doing?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm great too. We've been talking, honestly, the start of this video is about 15 minutes later than I thought we were actually going to start this video because we've just been talking about Rogue One and geeking out over it. And, you know, why not? Because Nissan produced a 2017 Rogue One limited edition Nissan Rogue, and the story behind how it actually came to fruition is rather remarkable.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy's going to tell you about that. Basically,
go ahead.
It was when the title was announced. Is that where it started?
Well, so we kind of got an idea to do something. So the title of the movie came out. We found out, just like everybody else, when Rogue One: A Star Wars Story's name was announced to the world.
So no inside track.
No inside track. And we decided to reach out to Lucasfilm and say, is there a possibility here where we can have an alignment between Nissan and Lucasfilm? And after further discussion, we decided to join forces, so to speak. And you know, a lot of people go, well, okay, there's a similar name, that's kind of interesting, but we knew it had to be more than that. Right. So we started having further discussions about how do our two brands align, how do our two customers align, and we found there's a lot more in common than just a name. And we found that we're both about innovative technology, we're both about actually advanced technology, bringing something unique and special to our fans. And we've done that consistently on Nissan through a whole bunch of programs I've worked on for them. But in particular, we wanted to bring something special. So when we started working through the ideas for the advertising, we also said, you know what, is there a chance we could build a car that celebrates the fandom?
So it wasn't just tying in with, oh, we have a Rogue and they're naming it Rogue. You actually said, we really need to take this further and really become a part of the whole story.
Right. So we went to the engineering team and the design team and said, so we have this crazy idea, we'd love to build a car. And so that was in August when the partnership was announced to the world. And they were like, okay, great. So you want it on sale next year? And we said, no, we want it on sale by November.
So September, October, November, 3 months.
3 months. Maybe a little bit longer than that, but about 3.5 months. And right. They were floored because a car, any kind of special edition kind of vehicle in general, usually takes more than a year.
Wow. For
any car company to put together. That's just kind of a known. And so when we said, yeah, here it's early August, we want to have this car on sale before the end of November, they went, you're kidding, right? I said, no. And they said, well, what's this special edition going to be for? Because we didn't say that at the beginning of the meeting. And I said, well, we have this new relationship that was just announced with Lucasfilm. And they went, okay. And we want to do it for the Rogue, so this would be a Star Wars limited edition vehicle. And you know, I'm a mega fan. I've been since I was a very little boy, but there's a lot of fans around the globe, and especially here in the U.S., and there's a lot of them at Nissan as well. And when we started working with the teams, they all went, okay, I'm on board. What do I got to do to make this happen? Because I love Star Wars too. So that passion and that fandom was there across our organization, not just in my team, but across the organization, and we all came on board together to make this car. And we wanted to make it, first and foremost, a really special car before we even put the Star Wars elements on it. So we chose 2 design inspirations, Stormtrooper, classic, black and white, as well as the new Death Trooper that's from the movie. So the car's only available in 2 colors, black or white.
Right.
And then we blacked out certain elements around the vehicle, the grille, the wheels, the door handles, the roof rails, and other spots around the car to give it that black on black type of look.
Right.
So it's really very custom and unique. You can't get it on any other Nissan period, let alone another Rogue. Then we went to Lucasfilm and said, okay, what can we do that adds some Star Wars elements into the design? And that's where we started. And where it first started was with the badge that's on the vehicle.
Okay, so that's on the driver's side and passenger side front doors.
Yeah, on the front doors. That's where it starts. And we said we want a special badge that we can put on there. And so the team came back with a brilliant design from Lucasfilm. We really appreciated it and they loved it.
Oh, so they designed the badge?
They designed the badge.
Oh,
it's the first time Lucasfilm's ever done that.
Wow.
So it was really special to be able to work on that with the team. And you know, yeah, anybody can chrome a badge, and it looks great if you were to. But we said, you know, is there something else special that we could do? And a classic color that they've used in a lot of logos throughout the years is this kind of bronzish looking color, which they used on the logo for Rogue One.
Right.
And so the actual badge that's on the car has satin bronze. to kind of complement and tie in everything. So, and we said, okay, well, that's great on the outside because it's beautiful. Can we bring it inside? So we put it on the floor mats as well.
Right, that's right. There's also Rebel and Imperial insignia on there, outside and inside.
Outside and inside, yeah. So we have them on the cup holders as well as outside on the D-pillar, so towards the back of the vehicle.
Right.
But we still wanted a couple other elements to add in, and so we put a clear bumper protector on the back, and because of the height of it, the logo didn't quite work.
Oh, okay.
We want to make sure.
You mean the badge? You mean
for the Rogue One limited edition badge that we created?
Yeah.
It didn't quite work because of the size.
Okay.
Because we want to make sure at Nissan we're providing a great quality vehicle to our customers, but we know Lucasfilm wants to give a great quality product to their customers. So in talking with them, we said, okay, is there something we can do to modify this? And we all felt modifying it to fit that space wasn't the right thing to do. So they offered up. They said, well, what if it was just the Star Wars logo? And I was like, okay. So we put it there. We also put it on the kick plate. So when you open up the door, right at the door sill, as you enter the door, it's there. It's while it lights up.
Yeah, it's illuminated. That's right.
So those little touches, we wanted to make sure that it felt Star Wars, but it was also a great looking car as well. So it really, we felt, brought best of the both worlds. Then to kind of put a period at the end of the sentence, a little something extra special, we said, can we do one more thing?
Okay. And
we said, Lucasfilm, is there any chance that we can give an exclusive collectible to people who buy this car or lease it?
Okay, yeah.
And so they said, well, we'll get back to you. And they came back to us with a great idea. I think it's a great idea.
Well, yeah.
But they came back to us and they said there's a partner that they work with a lot called Gentle Giant. And I was very familiar with them already, being a fan and having a few of their items at home already.
Oh, okay.
And I said, oh, I'm very familiar with them. And I said, well, what's the proposal? And they said, well, since one of your vehicles is inspired by the Death Trooper, how about the Death Trooper helmet? And it'd be 1-to-1 scale.
Wow.
And I was like, well, if we're going to do it, you do it 1-to-1 scale, you do it right.
Yeah.
And you work with a team like Gentle Giant who produced it for us.
And so it's not a wearable helmet.
No, it's not a wearable helmet.
I mean, it's the actual, like, it's sculpture basically.
Oh
right?
yeah, oh yeah. They sculpted it for us, and you can only get this Death Trooper helmet, the 1-to-1 scale size, by buying one of our cars.
And there are only 5,000 of them that were actually made.
Yeah,
right?
5,000 in the U.S. and 400 in Canada.
That's right.
Yep. And we're selling out of them fast. We've been selling them since the end of November, and there's only a couple hundred left. And so some dealers don't have them anymore, but so you have to contact your local dealer to see if they're there.
Right. I reached out to mine, and they had one, and it was gone. And yeah, you're going to have to act fast if you want to grab one. And I know that they are referring people to dealers nearby them at Celebration Orlando if you're checking it out. And if you want to check it out online, if you are not here, go to sw7x7.com/Nissan, and that will take you to the landing page on Nissan USA's website where you can read all about the Nissan Rogue, the limited edition 2017 Rogue One Nissan Rogue. I'm mixing up phrases in there, my apologies.
It's all right.
I have it, here it is. 2017 Rogue One Limited Edition Nissan Rogue. That's how it goes. And I was curious to know too, whether they had done an even split in the colors, whether it was 2500 white and 2500 black, or if they said, well, like there are a lot more dark side fans out there than light side fans or something like that. But I guess, when it's, Stormtrooper versus Death Trooper, you're really not making that distinction. So,
right. Yeah, we did an even split right down the middle with the colors. The same thing with all-wheel and front-wheel drive. So you can get it in either one.
And so far, you don't have a clear preference yet, I gather.
No, it's almost a 50-50 split in terms of our sales, which has been pretty amazing.
Yeah. So what do you hope Star Wars fans will get out of the experience of seeing a Nissan Rogue like this for the first time, seeing any car like this for the first time, because this is the first ever production vehicle to have Star Wars branded elements on it, right?
Right.
It's only ever been customized stuff that ever had Star Wars branded stuff on it before.
Right.
What is your fondest wish for Star Wars fans encountering something like this?
Well, I hope that they feel that they have a collectible vehicle. That they're part of the collectible universe that Star Wars is, and it happens to be in their driveway. That's what I hope they take out of it. And they have a little something to set on a shelf inside their home, too, with the Death Trooper helmet.
Right. And so when the Nissan Rogue came out, like, they actually made it. Like, it was out in time in November for everything, which is fantastic. And because of the partnership, Jeremy got to go, and was it just you, or was it members of your team as well? to the premiere of Rogue One.
Yeah, to the premiere of Rogue One. Yeah. So it was actually some of us from the team. We went to the world premiere, and while I was there also for Nissan, it was great to be there as a fan. I had to keep pinching myself several times to go, am I really here? Because we had our cars on the red carpet. So we had our white limited edition on the red carpet, as well as our custom X-Wing inspired Nissan Rogue that we also have on display here at Celebration.
That's right.
So those two cars were on display on the red carpet, and the reaction from almost every celebrity that came down the red carpet was amazing. And again, I'm there to represent Nissan. I'm also there representing some of the fans too, right? And our organization that has a lot of fans. But it was really great to be in the middle of the red carpet and every celebrity go by and see the cars that the collective teams at Nissan put together. It was really a great experience.
So one more time, SW7X7.com/Nissan. Again, that's SW7X7.com/Nissan, where you can see it for yourself online. If you're here at Celebration Orlando, then you've got to come to booth 3628. 3628, I got it. And see it for yourself, and you'll also get to see the 1-1 Death Trooper helmet is on display here, and you'll also get to take advantage of Battle Test, which is the exclusive VR experience that Nissan created as part of the campaign to tell the world how awesome the Nissan Rogue is, and to introduce the 2017 Rogue One limited edition Nissan Rogue to the world. Jeremy, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me.
Thank you.